we call a pit walker. And a pit walker isn't this exciting, glamorous thing. It's walking into the depths of the pit of shit that everybody has inside their own world. And being able to do that with clients on a daily basis, being able to walk into their pain and into the stuff that currently has them stuck, currently has them confused, currently has them lost, currently has them discouraged and on the floor crying. Those are the pieces that need to have support. Those are the aspects of a woman's world that needs to have help to be able to help her rebuild who she is. And in doing this, how I described it inside of a stack was called pit walking. It's this place of going to the depths of where a person is, the worst part of where they currently are, and helping them work through it. Helping them rise up, helping them grow and develop. But inside of all of that time and space, inside of the area of trying to be able to help someone heal and grow and develop, there's a piece of it that becomes very difficult for the person to lead a person out of a pit if they've never walked into one themselves. This is why you'll have different therapists that will be effective and other therapists that will be not effective at all. Because if they haven't walked through the pain, they don't know how to help you heal from it. If they haven't actually walked through the confusingness, the chaos, they don't know how to help you heal from it. When I work with people, I walk them through their pits. I walk them through their pain because I've already been to those stages. I've already been through those pieces in working through myself. Shifting how I show up, shifting how I live my life, shifting the shame and the guilt and the frustration and all the different pieces that want to beat me up on a day-to-day basis. And when I go into the depths of who I've been, how I've shown up, when I go into the depths of how I've done things that have been some of the worst things ever, and I work through those, it allows me the opportunity to help others heal. It allows me the opportunity to hold space for people. Because here inside of this world of dealing with toxic and abusive relationships, if you can't hold space for yourself, you can't hold space for someone else. Too many times we'll see this where people want to be able to heal their kids. They want to be able to fix their kids. They want to be able to try to protect and help their kids. But the problem is people spend so much time and energy on their kids that they won't even focus on themselves. Your kids will pick up more than you ever teach them. More than you ever tell them, they'll pick up by what you say, by what you do, by how you live, by what you accept. And so being able to hold space for your kids and help them heal means you can't do that unless you do that for yourself. Otherwise, it becomes incongruent. Otherwise, your kids see one version of you while another version of you is what's actually present, what's actually real. This piece inside of this is trying to help you understand you have to step through the pain in order to heal. Some people want healing fast. I call it fast food healing. They're like, how do I get healed as fast as possible? And they'll focus on healing fast, moving from it fast, figuring out what do I need to do. They'll consume so much content. They'll learn so many different things. But at the end of the day, nothing shifts. Because if you're running from the pain will always follow. If you're running from the pain and you're like, hey, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to admit that it happened. I don't want to work through it. Then it will still always be there because you haven't confronted it. You haven't dealt with it. You haven't walked through it. We call this a lot of times being the buffalo, going into the storm. Cows run away from the storm. Buffaloes run right through it. Why? Because when you do that, you actually eliminate the time that you're in the storm. You drastically decrease it. But most people are trying to run away from the pain. The thing is, you have to be able to walk through it, which means you have to be able to process it. You have to be able to process the trauma bond. You have to be able to process the things that have happened. You have to be able to process the things that are holding you back. Because once we can work through the subconscious programming, once we can rewire the mindset, once we can shift what you believe, then freedom is possible. But if we don't do that, freedom is not possible, and you stay in the same exact place, inside the same exact pit forever. You can heal, you can grow, you can develop, but it does require you to take a step. It does require you to be able to start investing time and energy into shifting your mindset, shifting your thought process, shifting your heart. And you do this by walking into the pit. The things that you're scared to think about, the things you're scared to deal with, and being able to work on rewiring the mindset. Rewiring the thought process that ultimately is going to leave you stuck to a toxic guy, to a manipulative guy, because you're going to keep going back to this guy over and over and over. We need to help you rewire your mindset, shift how you show up, shift your thought process. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. I work with people stepping into the depths of their pits. The shame, the guilt, the frustration, the anger, the fear, the depression, the worry, all the different things that are holding them hostage, and help them break it down one piece at a time so they can ultimately be free. You see, freedom doesn't happen when you're away from the narcissist or with them or not. Inside of all of this, freedom comes from you actually getting to the place that you no longer have like a thought process towards the toxic guy. Instead, you're able to heal, grow, and develop who you are. And the mindset is able to shift so you no longer keep going back to him over and over. But instead, you're able to be free permanently. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis. If you want to know more about this, you can go to rawmotivations.com/breakthrough. Watch a quick video, fill out a quick form, book a free call for us to be able to have a conversation or jump inside one of our challenges. Because I can show you a path that I've walked hundreds of women through of how to be able to have freedom permanently. If you're struggling with that and you're not sure, what are you in? A toxic relationship, manipulative, a liar, cheater, what is it? Reach out. Go to rawmotivations.com/breakthrough and let's have a conversation today.